What is your we will never speak of this again moment? I got out one night to get some water and found that my teenage son was in the kitchen getting food. He was behind the kitchen counter, so I could only see him from the waist up. When he came around the counter into the hall, two things happened simultaneously. He noticed me and his eyes grew wide and horror. Uh-oh, that must be bad. And I saw that he was butt naked except for a pair of socks. Oh, that is awkward. He starts trying to panic, run backward on the tile floor. I imagine Scooby Doo trying to run back but getting stuck in place and a flurry of lips. Yes. Okay, let's see. But end up slipping and taking a hard seat on the towel. Worst of all, he dropped his hot pocket. I made sure he was okay. Then we then went back to bed and laughed my ass off. Years later, we were driving and reminiscing about funny memories. I said, "Do you remember that night?" And he cut me off with, "Wow, with what? Let's see. Yes, I didn't even have to specify which night. We knew and we were silent." Okay, that was really good. If you guys like enjoyed the video so far, the story so far, make sure to give this video like an early thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And let's keep on going. That was really funny, right? Like imagine like your mom saw you butt naked, right? So yeah. I don't know how you can recover from that. Let's see what the audience say. In my early teens, I used to jerk it on the bed all the time. My bed had a loose board on the headboard that would kind of make this clacking sound to my stroking. As a naive child, as soon nobody could hear it, it turned out everybody. My older sister, my mom, dad, and even my aunt, who stayed with us a lot, heard me jerking off all the time and knew exactly what was going on. Oh wow. Ooh, that is even more embarrassing. I learned this about 4 years ago. 4 years after moving out, when we all got together and got drunk one night, and my way up to the bedroom, my drunk as mom goes, "We don't want to hear that headboard clanking tonight, or you're going to be washing those seats." Oh, oh, that must hurt. Wow, your mom was just so strict, but why did she wait it for like 4 years? To tell her that we can hear you jerk. That you should have told your son like in the first or second time you heard it, but 4 years? Wow, I'm just kind of curious. What's the reason for hiding it so long? Everyone laughed. I was like, what? And then thought about it all night. Yeah. One time I was taking a poop and feeling very faint. I started getting cold sweats, feeling dizzy and lightheaded. And in panic, I shouted for my wife to come help. As she entered the room, I proceeded to faint, fall off the toilet, and roll my body to side to prevent injury. Mid-fall, a solid torpedo out of my butt across the floor, leaving a trail of poop smear. When I came to, my wife was standing there in shock. I got out, grabbed some toilet paper, and picked out my sink. Oh, hold on. What happened? Okay, pick out my. Mm, hold on just a minute. Pick up. Uh, when I came, my wife was standing there and saw I got grabbed some toilet paper and pick out my sink, and we never spoke of it again. Wow, that must sound like a really painful accident. Imagine just shooting that stuff out of your butthole. Oh, wow, you ever had a shit that just so good you faint? I mean, it sounds like someone had a real good dinner or lunch, something like that. When I was 17, a huge photo radar ticket came in for my truck, something like 40 kilometers over the speed limit. My mom was furious at me. "How dare you drive like a maniac? I raised you better." And all that, but it turned out I wasn't the driver that day. Dad had borrowed it to pick something up. I asked him how much it was worth to him for me to take the fall, knowing she turned on him and with the fury of anger about my bear. Wow. And that's I got myself a new HD TV that year. I mean, it's totally worth it. Do you think it's worth it? Like taking the blame for like maybe 10 minutes of your mom yelling at you, but you get a new TV or new Xbox? Would you guys take the blame? I have a really similar story to this, haha. Let's see what's this, what it says. My dad took my car to work one day because his car was in a shop getting fixed. About a month later, a red light camera ticket comes in the mail, and my dad opens it and sees my car and starts blaming me for it. I look at the picture on the ticket and realize it was on a road near where my dad works. So I'm like, this isn't even me driving. That's you going to work. And my dad was like, oh. Okay, let's see. My husband and I work at at the same small office. We were the first ones in that morning, and other employees usually don't show up for another hour or so. There is only one bathroom on our floor as it's a small business. Anyway, I just had some habanero spicy thing that day before, and I was in for some punishment on this particular morning. Oh, it sounds like there's gonna be some bad stuff happening. I am talking double over. Clenching your stomach, your farts are fire punishment. I heard a knock on the bathroom door and assumed it was my husband. Hang on, I am having the habano squirts. I will be out as soon as I can. I groan out between awful spurting it sounds. Hold on, let's get to. I hear a female voice awkwardly replies, "Oh, okay. Sorry, Stacy, for putting you into this horrible morning." Oh my god. I mean, guys, he just described the details way too much, right? And when I'm reading it, I can imagine the whole scene in my head right now. I mean, it's definitely not a good, yeah, not a good experience. My husband and I work at the same small office. We were the first one. Oh, I read that already. Totally thought this was gonna be a sexy story. Nope. See, you didn't pay attention to the context. They're a married, not dating. Yeah, they're married, right? Married, you're not gonna have like any kind of sexy stories, right? Okay, let's see what's next. My brother had an imaginary girlfriend with an imaginary Facebook profile. She would post loving imaginary messages on his wall. I asked about her a few times, then got a little more persistent. After a while, I got suspicious and did an image search for her photos. They were for another person in another country. Also, no one ever saw the imaginary girlfriend. If someone asked me about her after seeing their loving Facebook exchanges, I would kind of imply that we met to spare my brother and myself embarrassment. Eventually, he stopped talking about the imaginary girlfriend and she stopped posting imaginary things. I will never ask what happened to her. I am pretty sure he will never mention her again. She is still on Facebook. So what are you saying is the imaginary girlfriend is single now? I mean that's kind of weird though. Like it sounds like very desperate. Like you are posting like an imaginary girlfriend in Facebook. Hmm. Why would you do that? You know, you just go Tinder and find yourself a real girlfriend. Like imaginary girlfriend, that's not gonna help you out in life. When my best friend died, we figured he would have liked a sky burial kind of. So at the height of the funeral party, we released his ashes into the heaven with a giant balloon. After a few meters of fight, the string has snapped and his remains covered the mourning crowd. Oh! Everyone made their best effort to get very drunk as soon as possible. will never speak of this ever. I had internal bleeding and really low blood pressure. I was in the hospital and instructed to not try to stand or walk since I fainted. I didn't obey that. You should listen to the doctor sometimes. Sometimes if you don't, it gonna have some real bad consequence. Let's see. Hold on, just 1 second. Okay. I went to take a piss and my girlfriend saw and chased me after me. She cut out just in time to throw herself between me and the door to prevent me from cracking my head open as I fell back unconscious. Dig out peeing all over everything on my way down. I woke up with her sandwich between me and the tile floor. Wow, that sounds really bad. Laying in a pool of my laying in the pool of my piss, and that's actually the moment I realized I should marry that girl. You should definitely marry that girl. I mean, she was just trying to save you, right? If you fainted and you crashed on the floor, you gotta have another head injury. But she decided to embarrass herself, sacrifice her body to save you. Wow. Let's see what the audience say. Not gonna lie, that's the perfect story for I knew she was the one. Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely the one of the best stories ever. I mean, yeah, you should kind of like write that down and maybe tell them to your kids or your grandkids, right? How you guys decided you guys are the one. My mom told me her Hitachi wand was a back massager. It disappeared when she found out I used it as one. I used it as a back massager. Back massager. It didn't work very well as one. Well, I don't get that one. Dear Jesus, this made me think back to the time I found a double-sided vibrating thing and my parents told me it was a massager. Your post made me realize I freaking hate you. Edit in response to edit. I used it to massage my face, please. Oh, hold on. Oh, I get it now. Oh, Hitachi one was my parents told me the Hitachi one is not a back massager. Okay, if you use it's a vibrator, okay? And he used it to massage his back, but this guy used it to massage his face. Ew, that's kind of nasty. Nasty. My brother and I used to go into my mom's room and grab it out of the sock drawer. It had like a suction cup type thing on it, and we used it to put it in our mouth. My mom would get so mad and not let us play with it. Years later, we were watching some HBO show and they were showing early sex toys. This particular one was super popular in the 70s and it was the first to do certain things. Not sure what that was because we had stopped paying attention and were trying to bleach our brains. Oh, the kids were like using it to suck it into the mouth. It was a sex toy. Oh man. Oh man, you taste all the nasty stuff in there. My mom walked in on me getting a blowjob in high school. Wow. She immediately did a beeline in the opposite direction and said I didn't see anything. Wait, walking on you in high school? How'd that happen? Then the girl and I went and ate dinner with them at our dinner table and never spoke of it again. That was the day your mom stopped seeing you as her little boy. I definitely agree. But how did you get a blowjob like in high school? Would that be illegal? Like it's not the best place to do it. I mean, like in high school, like bathroom or something. Like people will walk in the bathroom. Alright guys, that is about the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to leave it in kind of comment section below if you guys enjoy me reading these kind of interesting stories. It's definitely really fun for me to like reading them. But if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification. And my name is Calvin, and I'll see you guys next one.